1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My empties trash bin is overflowing, so it is time to go through my recent empties. These are all the products, beauty products, skincare, hair care, lots of sunscreen. Lots of sunscreen as we're into August that I have used up or just didn't work out for me and I don't want to keep using anymore. So I think this is some of the best ways to actually review products once you've tried them out, used them up, give them multiple uses. So I will link everything that I can in my description box, but let me jump into it with one of my favorite skincare products, one of my favorite masks. This is probably the third one that I've gone through, I want to say, and this is from Clarins. This is their Cryo Flash Cream Mask. Now I know this product went viral like maybe it was 2 years ago. I started seeing it pop up everywhere, and once I tried it I was like, okay, this is for a very good reason. I do think that this one is more expensive than a mask, but it is one that I continually use. I use it on a weekly basis. This is, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is my third one that I've used up, and I already have another one ready to go. It's one of my favorite masks to use. What this does is, if you know me, I'm a huge fan of like hot cold therapy, cold plunges, that sort of thing. It's kind of like a cold plunge specifically for your face. So when you put it on, it's like a very lightweight cream, and then it just kind of like freezes your face. And I keep it on for like maybe 10 minutes. I usually do it in the morning and keep it on for just a few minutes, and then when I rinse it off, my face is like numb. And then, like I said, I typically do it in the mornings, so then when I go to put on my SPF afterwards, it feels like I'm not even like rubbing my face because I can't feel anything. But I love me some cold therapy, so when I first saw this mask, I was like, I think that I have to try it, and it has been one of my favorites and one of my skincare staples ever since. So this is a continual repurchase for me and one that I highly recommend. Another product that I've gone through so many times is from First Aid Beauty. This is their Firming Cream, and this is just such a fantastic facial moisturizer. I don't even know how many years I've been using this. I believe that it used to have a different name, and then I think they reformulated and now it's just the Firming Cream. Like, I feel like it had a longer name at one point, but even with the reformulation, this continues to still be one of my favorite products. First Aid Beauty is one of my like tried and true skincare brands, one that I keep going back to. I just got a hydrofacial a couple of days ago, and as always when I go into like a new, you know, med spa, I will always get asked, walk me through your skincare regimen and some of the brands that you use. And First Aid Beauty is always one of the top brands that I mention. Like right now I'm using their simple like face cleanser. I also really like their pads, their like exfoliating pads. I use those on a regular basis. Their eye cream, their moisturizers. I mean, I love their body moisturizer as well. They have like their AHA like bump eraser that I have in my shower. So First Aid Beauty, I mean, I've lost track of how many years I've been using this brand, repurchasing from the brand, but this moisturizer is, you know, a continual favorite, a continual repurchase for me as well. I did use up a fragrance. It is a travel size fragrance, but I love when I go through my fragrances. It's something about it is so satisfying to me. I would love to know what is the last fragrance that you have used up. But on my recent trip, so I actually just got back from being gone for 2 weeks. I went to India and I went to Bali. So I will have some content coming from those, some different vlogs that I did over there. I actually did start a whole new travel pages for everything. I started a new travel YouTube account, Instagram account, and also TikTok to be able to post about all of my travels. So that is where my vlogs will be going. If you want to see any, like I thought about maybe doing like a get ready with me, kind of talking about my experiences, to have them on this channel since that could still be beauty related. If you want to see that over here, let me know. If you don't, also no big deal, because I do have the travel pages started now. So far on my YouTube channel, the first vlog will be either India or Bali. So I've done a couple shorts over there, like a day in my life in Punjab, India. I shared some of my experiences in Bali. So I have some more coming up. So I will have that linked in my description box if you love travel, want any travel tips, see where I travel to. As I'm filming this, I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii. I have a Japan trip that I'm also working on planning. So lots of travel coming up this year. So I finally went ahead and created my own travel accounts, and they are all just called Booked by March. Booked by March is all of the accounts, and again, I will have them all in my description box. So if you want to follow along on any of your favorite platforms, I would greatly appreciate it. But I just got back from India and Bali, so great, but I did finish up the Sol de Janeiro while I was there. And this one is the Cheirosa 62. So I have this one, and then I also have the like hair and body mist that comes in the plastic container. And there was one day on the bus in Bali, we were heading to, I think we did like a hike, and then we did those swings that are like such a cool photo opportunity in Bali. But it was like, you know, we're probably in the bus for like an hour, and I was like still kind of like getting ready in the bus because we had to leave pretty early. And as we went to get out, I sprayed myself with the Sol de Janeiro, the hair and body mist. And one of the girls, Alicia, was like, what did you just spray? And I was like, you want to borrow some? So big fan of this. And again, just like super satisfying to use up fragrances. Okay, something that I don't know if I would consider this super satisfying, but you know, I did use up my deodorant. This is basically the only deodorant that I use. It's from Native, and I prefer the coconut and vanilla scent. I go through so many of these. I also purchased, they have like a little like real mini that I purchased for my travels, which is perfect as well if I don't want to take this big guy around with me. But this is my go-to deodorant. I love the Native brand. I haven't been able to find a lot of the more natural deodorants that I still feel like actually work and that I don't smell and don't get super sweaty with, but the Native is my favorite. Typically, I will always go with the coconut and vanilla. Another one, like I said, I was gonna have a lot of sunscreens in here, but I used up my Sun Bum SPF. This is SPF 50. I usually just grab these from Target, like almost anytime I go to Target, I just grab these, but especially traveling so much, you know, I went to pretty warm climates. I have some warm climates coming up, and I also live in Las Vegas, and this year I got to see 120 degrees for myself. That is the warmest temperature ever recorded in Las Vegas. And last year when we reached that temperature, I was actually back in my home state of Iowa because my brother was getting married. And I remember I was sitting outside having like a fire with him, making s'mores. I was in a sweatshirt, and all of a sudden I'm seeing everyone back in Vegas post, it's 120 degrees, 120 degrees. And I was like, wow. And yesterday it had 120 degrees. So I was like, okay, so to say I've been bathing in sunscreen is no joke, but I love this one from Sun Bum. I have like little minis as well, just in case like when I go to Hawaii, I'm not checking a bag, I'll just have my carry-on. So I don't think you can have, no, this is 6 ounces. So I just do my little mini sprays for those. I think those are great. And I also have the non-spray, just the regular like cream. I have that as well. So love those sunscreens. A couple other sunscreens and some, let me think here. Oh no, I liked both of these. Sometimes certain sunscreens I don't love for my face, but I will always continually keep them and just use them on other parts of my body. My neck, my chest, my hands, anything like that. But because I do have pretty sensitive skin, there's a lot of sunscreens that do not work for me. And I was pretty sad because when I went on, and this was my mistake, I don't know what I was thinking doing this, but when I left for India and Bali, I grabbed a Supergoop sunscreen that I had. And I've tried a lot of the Supergoop sunscreens and I love them. I've repurchased them. I have like the regular ones. I have like the little stick ones. And this one, I just don't think I realized that it was different. This was like the sunscreen lotion. And I can't remember what it said it had in it. I'll find it and put it on here. And it was my first time using it. I just threw it in my skincare bag and was like, great, have an SPF. It's Supergoop. I know, I love it. And the first time that I went to put it on when I was gone, I was like, why is it so scented? I don't remember it having this scent. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is different. And I was so bummed. And then I immediately broke out and I was like, So that was a bummer. So that was a little rough. That was a little rough for me. I will continue to use it just on different parts, like especially like my hands and my chest and things like that, because I don't have any issues. But these two SPFs I also used up. One is from Clarins. This is their Broad Spectrum SPF 50. It's their Dry Touch Facial Sunscreen. I really liked this. I actually think this is the second one. I might have another one here, or maybe it was in my last empties, but I believe this is actually the second one that I've gone through. I think this is a great option. And then also from Innis Free, their Daily UV Defense Sunscreen. This is broad spectrum SPF 36, excuse me, very specific, 36. This one has a glowy finish, and the Clarins is more how it says like dry touch. This is more like neither leave a white cast, they just blend in super easily. The Innis Free, you're gonna get a bit of a glow if that's what you prefer. The Clarins is just like, it's just like nothing happened. But of course, SPF is always so important. I just did a video on if I could do my acne journey differently. When I was in fertility treatments, my, hormonal acne was so bad. I still struggle with it. I've been diagnosed with PCOS, and I wanted to do a video just kind of sharing my tips and tricks for covering acne, the emotions of dealing with acne, skincare and other lifestyle factors that play into having acne. But one thing I talked about was learning that if you aren't protecting your skin from the sun basically bakes acne and acne scars into your skin. And that just really like haunted me. So I cannot skip. Like if for some reason I happen to even like run outside to start my car or something and I haven't put my SPF on yet, I'm like, no, don't bake into my skin. Don't bake into my skin. So don't forget your SPF. A few different body creams that I've gone through. Josie Maran, I feel like has been killing it lately. So I used up 2 of these big old body butters, and I also really love that they came out with these travel versions as well. I don't know if I have any in here. I'm almost out of the one that I grabbed on the last trips, and I'll probably finish it off when I am in Hawaii. But they have these little travel pouches of their body lotions, and they smell so good. And recently they also came out with their fragrance mist, which smells so good, and you can layer it with the body lotion. Heaven. But these that I used up, we have the Pink Algae Pro Retinol body butter, and then also the Whipped Argan Oil body butter. I think these are fabulous. I love these big tubes, and I have been getting interested in using like a retinol for the rest of my body. Like I know retinol is important for the face, of course, too, but I don't know if it's that thing of just, I look at myself all day long, being on the internet and posting videos, and I've been doing more fashion videos recently, especially over on my TikTok. I'm doing a lot of fashion, vacation outfits, summer outfits, things like that, and I'm just like not happy with how my legs are looking, and I'm like, And then as I was thinking that, I swear I didn't even like Google anything, look anything up. All of a sudden a video popped up for me and was like, oh, if you want your legs, your arms, your chest to look younger, to use body moisturizers that have retinol in it or glycolic acid. When I tell you I went out and bought both. I bought from Gold Bond their like retinol overnight body moisturizer, and from, I think it's Naturium, their glycolic acid body moisturizer, and I use those a couple nights a week. So especially focusing on my legs. With those, those are active ingredients, just the same with your face. You want to make sure that you're always using SPF, especially for me. I walk outside so much, walk in the sun. If I'm using a retinol on my arms or my legs, you're going to be more susceptible to sun damage. So you definitely want to make sure that you're doing your SPF. But I bought both of those. It was like right before Prime Day for Amazon, and I added those both to my cart, got them on sale, and I was like, great. But I also really like that one from Josie Maran. But just, literally another one in here, a third. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This one is the Whipped Argan body butter. You can tell that I'm a fan. All right, one thing that I was not really a fan of, and this actually surprised me. I just stopped using this product, but this is from Tower 28. It's their Intensive Rescue Serum. So I'm surprised because I really like Tower 28. They're like the hypochlorous, they're like rescue spray, daily rescue spray. I use that on the regular. I repurchase it frequently. I remember one time they sent me like a giant like refill jug of it so you could like refill your smaller ones. I've gone through all of that. I have a regular size I keep at home. I have a travel size I use in my travel bag. I've tried other skincare products from them. But when I started trying this, I just felt like it dried out my skin and also irritated my skin so badly. And I was just super surprised. It says it's a best-selling skin saver, now in a lightweight water-based serum. It's powered by a concentrated dose of hypochlorous acid, which is one of my favorite ingredients, known to improve visible redness and irritation while helping to strengthen the skin. It says get softer, clearer, happier looking skin. Again, this to me, this was the only thing that I like. So I try not to add in a lot of products or switch a lot of products all at one time. Again, especially having sensitive acne prone skin. And when I started using this, it was the only swap that I made. And I was like, why? My skin just felt so irritated and so dry, and I have more combo skin. I'm like, what is this? And this was the only thing that I could think that I had changed. And once I took it out of my routine, my skin went back to normal. And I was like, so strange. So I still have a lot of this left. I did not like that one. So that's pretty much full, but that one was a miss for me. Okay, let's go into a hair care product that I used up. This is one of my favorites. I've purchased this so many times. This is from Colourpop. It's their Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. It's anti-frizz, anti-humidity treatment. I have this little guy here. This is what I travel with, and basically this is always in my travel bag. I already have another one. Like, my bag's already packed for Hawaii. This is already in my hair care bag, especially going to places with more humidity. Like, my hair in Las Vegas is, you know, like, not frizzy, whatever. If I go to places with high humidity, you guys have seen the Friends episode of Monica with her hair when she goes to Barbados. That is me. That is like, I'm a full lion, and I'm like, how is this happening? So this, I'm not going to say that it takes out all of my frizz or anything along those lines, but it helps so much. The only thing with this is that it is heat activated. So when you use it, you do need to blow dry your hair. And because I've been on my hair journey, you know, I hair oil on a weekly basis, but I also really try not to use a lot of heat on my hair. I've also been trying to do more of my natural hair. So if you've seen me in videos with more like wavy hair, that is me, you know, with my natural hair, not using heat on it or anything. So that's the only downside of this one. If anyone has good recommendations for hair care products that are like a good, you know, like some sort of like leave-in, you know, detangler treatment, anything like that that isn't heat activated, please let me know. I would really like to know those. Again, I will blow dry my hair from time to time, but I really am just, and for at least over a year, I've been trying to make a more conscious effort to cut back on heat. So curious if you have any recommendations for me. Okay, I see a handful of different mascaras in here. Okay, wait, I see a lot of mascaras in here. Oh, there's even more mascara. How many mascaras do I have in here? Oh, and what? No, 2 more. Oh, this is, I had no idea I had so many mascaras. This could have been a whole empties video just on mascaras alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 mascaras that I've gone through. Wow, I'm pretty proud of this. Okay, maybe we'll just do like some rapid fire here. One that I just used up recently is from Kulfi. This is their Baddi Lash. Loved it. Loved this. I did a video recently on like my sweatproof makeup routine for summer, especially living in a warm climate, traveling to warm climates, and I said that I really love good tubing mascaras. Tarte has a good tubing mascara, but this one from Kulfi is also bomb. Like, I was trying so hard on the end of my Bali trip. I was like, come on. This is going to be a repurchase for sure. I know the Sephora sale is coming up, right? Sometime in August. You have to let me know if you want a video on it or like what I'm planning to get, especially because you know, if you've been around my channel for a while, I'm in a new filming space. I moved out of my apartment. I put the majority of my belongings in a storage unit, including my makeup vanity. All of my makeup, except for like what's in my actual makeup bag, is in a storage unit right now. If you want to see a video on like what I want to purchase from Sephora, since I have like very drastically cut back on buying makeup and trying makeup and trying new makeup and all of those things, let me know. But I will be repurchasing the Kulfi mascara. This is a for sure. I love the way it makes my lashes look. I also used up a Rare Beauty mascara. This is already in my makeup bag already because I love the Rare Beauty mascara. I've lost track of how many times I've repurchased this. It's a favorite. Highly, highly recommend. What else is in here? Oh, I really did enjoy the Giorgio Armani mascara. I want to say this is called like the Vertigo. The only thing is that it is very expensive and I felt like I went through it really, really quickly. But this truly like stretches the lashes out. It made them so long and so beautiful and it didn't transfer. I just don't know if I want to repurchase it for how quickly I went through it. Because like compared to the Kulfi and the Rare Beauty, I feel like those just lasted so much longer. But the Giorgio Armani I thought was fabulous as well. the Makeup by Mario. This is also a really good mascara. This makes the lashes very full as well, like longer, fuller, darker. No issues with transfer. That's always really important to me. So the Makeup by Mario, I might repurchase this in the sale also. I mean, I'm a mascara girly. I don't do like lash extensions or anything, so I'm always out for a good mascara. If you love a brown mascara, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer Mascara. So this is a brown mascara, which I typically go for black, but I realized I also did like brown. Black is still going to be my favorite, but from time to time mix it up with the brown, and that was a great one. Or the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I tried this in brown. I've tried it in black as well. Also a great option and a more affordable option. And speaking of L'Oreal, their Paradise Big Deal. I also really like this one. Another affordable one, the Wet n Wild Big Poppa. I mentioned this in a affordable favorites video. This has been a great one. I've used it several times. I also have from e.l.f. This is their lash extender. Now they're collab with Tinder, like I once thought it was. Y'all corrected me real quick. But this is the lash extender. I was just talking to my girlfriend about e.l.f. Cosmetics. Well, there's a lot of good mascaras out there. And then I have two little minis that I finished up. One is from Benefit, their Fan Fest. This is okay to me. It's a good mascara, but not my favorite. And then also the Lancome Lash Idole. This is a really nice mascara. So I just used this up on my trips as well. I think I still have a couple minis that maybe I could put into my Hawaii makeup bag, but those were the 11 mascaras that I used up. Out of this bundle, definitely my favorites are the Kulfi, the Rare Beauty, the Makeup by Mario. Those would be my top pick. Then let's stick with some more makeup. I did use up a Benefit Precisely My Brow. My shade is in 2.5. I love this brow pencil. I've been using it for years. I always recommend it. I basically always have some sort of Benefit brow product in my makeup bag. The Precisely My Brow, the Goof Proof, or their new, it's like the Goof Proof like pencil or something like that. And then I have two lip liners in here. Who is she? Two lip liners. Look at this little guy from, this is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in Love Trap. She's seen some things. I don't know where the bottom went to. Like at one point the bottom just disappeared, and then I just like couldn't keep sharpening it, and then it kind of finally started to feel a little bit dried out. I love the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. Currently in my makeup bag is Iconic Nude. That's been a favorite of mine for years, but Love Trap was a little bit of a darker shade and it's beautiful. This is one, I'm gonna tell you guys that I put all my makeup in storage, right? I did a Shop My Stash because I've been doing that series every month for this year. And I said, you know, I'm moving, putting stuff in storage. I'm not sure when I'll be able to do another Shop My Stash. If you want to see me do one from my storage unit, let me know. But like I would have to film it there. That's where my makeup is. Like, so if you want to see that, that might be weird to film, but I could do it. The first thing that I went back for my makeup was my entire like little basket of lip liners. I just like couldn't, like I just needed them all with me. I needed to be able to make my picks every day for what I wanted my lip liner to be. Like I just needed my lip liners back. So I did go back for my lip liners. That's been the only thing I've gone back for so far, I will say. Everything else I've kept in my makeup bag. And then of course I've gotten a few new products in. Like today I have on the new Revie Beauty lip liner. I have a new mascara from Kosas on. So I've gotten like a few new things of course, but my lip liners I did go back for. And then I also used up from Colourpop. This is completely wiped off, but this is Westwood, right? Yeah, this is the Colourpop So Juicy lip liner in Westwood. I love this. I finished it in a Get Ready With Me and I was like so sad about it. I love this one. This one is so good. I really enjoy the So Juicy lip liners and they're so affordable. Especially comparing Charlotte Tilbury to Colourpop. They're not the same. The Charlotte Tilbury, the Charlotte Tilbury to me is the more long wearing than Colourpop. And the Colourpop is very like creamy and it's a little bit plumping and still very long wearing, but the Charlotte Tilbury is more matte and more long wearing, I would say, but they're both great. Okay, and then I do have a cleansing balm. So I used up from Good Molecules. This is their instant cleansing balm. I really like this one. I know some people complain about the scent and like sometimes I can get a little bit of like almost like a peppermint whiff to it, but I've gone through multiples of these. I think it's a great one. Good Molecules is not, I wouldn't say affordable, but they're kind of like that mid-level. I did also use up from Medicube, but this is their Deep Vita C Capsule Cream. I really like this one, and I can be a little particular when it comes to my vitamin C's. I like to use vitamin C in the morning, the antioxidants, brightening, all of those things. You do want to make sure you use an SPF if you're using vitamin C, because the sun. But this was a great one. Medicube, I know that they are a very viral brand. I know they have a lot of like unique products, not only looking products, sounding products, packaging, all of those things. But I do think for a good reason. There's a lot of products that I really enjoy from them, but that Vita C, that is one that I will repurchase. That was one of my favorite vitamin C serums, or vitamin C creams, I guess, that I have tried in a very long time. Then I have some more SPFs. Not one, not two, not three, but four. Four more SPFs in here. Okay. And I have two of them are from Supergoop. Because like I said, Supergoop is one of my favorite brands for sunscreen. So that's why I was like so shocked that that one broke me out so badly. But from Supergoop, the Glow Stick, this is their SPF 50. This was really nice to have in my travel bag as well, or like my pool bag. And you can just kind of like touch it up as you go. I thought it went on fine over makeup, and it did definitely make you more glowy. Probably my favorite from them, and what I thought I grabbed for India and Bali, is their Unseen Sunscreen. This is SPF 40. This is like very clear, very lightweight. This is one that I've gone through, off the top of my head, I'm gonna guess maybe like 4. Like I've repurchased it, and for some reason, that's what I thought that I had. So I was very sad about that. But I do love the Supergoop. And of course, I've talked about this one several times. I've repurchased it. It's from IT Cosmetics, the Hello Sunshine SPF. This is their Hydrating Serum Sunscreen with SPF 50 in here. This is just such a pretty sunscreen. It's so pretty. When you put it on, you're instantly more glowy. Doesn't leave a white cast. It just like looks pretty on the skin. It's not tinted. It doesn't like even the skin tone or anything, but still somehow it just makes your skin look better. So this is a continual repurchase for me as well. And then from Kosas, this was their Dream Beam sunscreen. This is the very last thing. And now that I'm like looking at it, I feel like I didn't love this one. But honestly, it's sometimes when things are at the very bottom, I'm like, did I like this? Did I not? But to me, it's like, if it doesn't stand out to me, then it's probably like, I'm not going to repurchase it because it didn't stand out to me. And there's so many sunscreens that I am very loyal to. Like out of here, it would definitely be the IT Cosmetics and the Supergoop, I would say. Right now, I'm using the CeraVe. It's in the blue, like has like blue in the packaging. And I think that one is great. So that is what is going with me to Hawaii. And then another product from Clarins, their Double Serum Treatment Concentrate. This guy, I have been through like 3 of these. I love this as well. I love this as well. Okay, it's all in a different language in the back, which is a bummer. But let me look it up and read this to you because I love this. And I think I've gone through like 3 of these. I've given them to like friends, family. Okay, this says iconic 2-in-1 serum revolutionized now with 22 plants. Okay, and also turmeric plus 5 active molecules. Visibly firms, smooths, and boosts radiance and refines pores in 7 days. It says it pushes the boundaries of what's possible by targeting 2 types of aging, chronological and now environmental and lifestyle aggressors like diet, sleep, and pollution. It helps to neutralize the visible effects of environmental and lifestyle aging, while turmeric addresses the chronological process. Just 1 drop for smoother, younger looking skin. Yeah, I love this serum. I already have another one. I love that serum. I wish there was like a mini or something to be able to travel with it better, because I don't think, oh no, this is only 1.7 fluid ounces. I think just the packaging makes it look bigger and like more intense, but that's a favorite serum of mine. I also have a lip mask. I'm always using my lip masks. I always sleep in a lip mask. Like finding a lip mask, I used to have habitually just like dry, cracked, flaky lips. And then once I found, I'm pretty sure it was the Laneige lip mask, then it was the Sigma lip mask. I now also love the Lawless lip mask, which is this one. You will never catch me without a lip mask. In the morning after I do my skincare, put my sunscreen on, lip mask. At night, do my skincare, take my makeup off, lip mask. Love me a lip mask. So this one is from Lawless, the Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. I'm pretty sure I already have another one of these as well. So this is a great one. And then the last product that I have is another fragrance. So let's finish it off with this one. This is from Fleur, and this is Mood Ring. I have talked about my love for this. This one was so good. I'm thinking about the Sephora sale. I might get this one. I do have a lot of fragrances, and Rare Beauty just sent me the new one. Ooh, it smells so good. But this, even just smelling it right now, I'm like, I think I need this back. Fleur Mood Ring is just like a whole, it's a whole vibe. This was my travel fragrance really heavily last year when I was doing a bunch of trips, and I finally finished it off this year, but I think I'm gonna need this one back in my collection. But those are all of the products that I have finished up recently, all of the reviews. I feel like a lot of these are products that I think are great. There's just a couple in here that didn't really work out for me or weren't like absolute favorites, but I would love to know, what have you been using up recently? Do you wanna continue seeing empties videos? I would love to know your thoughts on that, and I'll see you in the next one.